Pay It Forward is based on the novel by Catherine Ryan Hyde, and it tells the fictional story of Trevor McKinney, whose simple school assignment sparks an extraordinary chain reaction of kindness. The film also features Trevor's mother, Arlene McKinney, teacher Eugene Simonette, and reporter Chris Chandler. Released in 2000, the movie starred Kevin Spacey, Helen Hunt, Haley Joel Osment, Jay Marr, Angie Dickinson, and even featured a brief appearance by John Bon Jovi. Although the story spans several locations, the movie is deeply rooted in Las Vegas. In this video, we'll take a look back at many of those filming locations and see what they look like today. Our first stop is Trevor's school. While it was portrayed as a middle or junior high school in the movie, the actual location was Centennial High School in northwest Las Vegas. The school opened just a few months before filming began, and had not even added its first senior class. The school is a pivotal location, and it appears throughout the film. Thanks to the Clark County School District, we're going exploring, and we're going to find out where some of those pivotal scenes were filmed and what those areas look like today. The filming primarily took place on the west side of the campus, where the Centennial High School signage wasn't very visible. When Trevor's very unhappy mother visits the school, we get a brief glimpse of the hallway. As you'd expect, the hallway hasn't changed all that much. Here it is today in the 900 section of the second floor of the school. In that last shot, you got a glimpse of the locker area before she entered the hallway. That area was used several times throughout the movie. Those lockers have since been removed, but you can see their ghost markings on the concrete where each row used to stand. Another memorable shot shows Mr. Simonette walking to his car with students boarding school buses in the background.
Mr. Simonette.
Once again, this was filmed on the west side of the campus, and remarkably, it looks almost identical today. His car was parked here in the first space, and that's where he and Trevor had a conversation.
Were you just being nice?
About what?
Just behind this area is another important filming location. It's where Trevor was sitting on a set of bleachers and Mr. Simonette approaches. They end up having a very crucial conversation in the movie.
Pay It Forward didn't work.
This filming area actually has changed. It is now a fenced-in utility enclosure. But when you turn the camera around, you get that beautiful backdrop of the Spring Mountains, just like the original shot. While we're at the back of the school, I thought we'd take a look at where they filmed the scene of the bullies shoving Trevor's friend into a dumpster, and Trevor confronts them on his bike. Today, this is that same area that Trevor rode around the corner of the building and confronted the boys at the dumpsters. This area has changed very little over the years. Perhaps the most emotional scene in the movie was filmed here at Centennial. It's where Trevor tries to protect his friend from an attack, ultimately sacrificing himself. That sequence was filmed right here in the circular courtyard on the west side of the campus. This is the ramp that Kevin Spacey ran down, and he jumped over the railing at this point. And this is the exact spot that Trevor lay on the ground. Yes, this was a very emotional and poignant scene in the movie, but there's another location we've yet to discuss: the classroom. Well, as the saying goes, it's complicated. The short answer: the classroom was constructed on a soundstage in Hollywood.
Lots of energy and action.
I'm Mr. Simonette. Welcome to the 7th grade.
But having said that, it was meticulously copied from actual classrooms at Centennial.
What if the world is just a big disappointment? Unless you take the things that you don't like about this world and you flip them upside down right on their ass. Don't tell your parents I use that word. And you can start today. This is your assignment.
Although this classroom in the 900 section of Centennial has the authentic view of the Spring Mountains, the movie crew used a high-resolution photo print backing or translite of the mountains in the window. Great care was taken to exactly replicate the classrooms at Centennial, right down to the clock and PA speaker on the walls. By the way, those are still on the walls of classrooms at Centennial today, but most of the clocks are frozen in time. Regardless of the Hollywood magic, it still puts Centennial on the short list of high schools that have been used in major movies, especially starring Academy Award-winning and nominated actors. Way to go, Centennial High! Like so many movies, the geography isn't exactly realistic. Trevor's house was actually located on the opposite side of Las Vegas, just about as far east from the school as you can get. A 17-mile drive to be exact, which is quite impressive considering Trevor supposedly rode his bike to and from school. The neighborhood was picked primarily for its great panoramic view of the city, and most of the shots taken there were at night. In this clip, Helen Hunt is walking to the house after work. And from that same angle, this is what the house looks like today. The original house used in the filming has since been replaced, but much of the surrounding neighborhood still looks the same. And of course, it was the setting for the film's unforgettable closing scene. Mr. Simonette's apartment was also located far from both the school and Trevor's home. Literally, it's just off the famous Las Vegas Strip. The Oasis apartments, like Centennial High School, were relatively new during the filming. The production was able to film both interior and exterior shots here. And it was also the location of one of the most emotionally intense scenes in the movie. Even if Helen Hunt's character seemed to appear out of nowhere.
Hi.
God,
I'm sorry.
what are you doing here?
I want you to understand.
Oh, it's not necessary, really. No explanation required.
Please don't talk to me.
And here's what that exact spot looks like today. Several scenes near the beginning of the movie were also filmed around Oasis apartments. During the opening credits, Trevor is riding his bike around the area. In this scene, Trevor rides up alongside of an old dilapidated motel which is long gone, and he sees a group of men standing near a flood channel. Here's that exact spot today. And thankfully, all that's left of those motels are the foundations. He goes on to ride along the west fence line of the old McCarran Airport. Back then, aircraft were stored in that area, but because of security changes over the years, this is what it looks like today. And one more spot within eyesight of the Oasis apartments is where Trevor rode up onto a dirt berm and he looked down on what appeared to be a homeless camp. That area is now part of the airport's secure fuel tank farm and is no longer accessible. But that berm that Trevor rode up on is still there. The production did spend a little time in downtown Las Vegas. Trevor's mom held two jobs, one as a change girl and the other as a cocktail waitress at a club. Now, as if Las Vegas doesn't have enough clubs to film in, the movie producers chose to use one in Hollywood. The funny part was that set designers joked they rented nearly every piece of neon in Los Angeles in order to give that club the Las Vegas feel. In this clip, Arlene and Eugene met up for their first date right outside the Union Plaza Hotel.
They kept me late at work and then I got on the bus to go home and change, which was stupid. That was my fault and I'm sorry, but I was all the way home.
You're right on time.
This is what it looks like today, and it's still a very popular spot for movies and videos because of the overhead lights that never shut off. The movie was considered a moderate box office success, but like many movies, its audience grew with age. It does have a very good message, however hard it might be to implement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, go.
Lock both locks. I love you.
Love you too, Mom.
But we can all start small. Thanks for joining me as I looked back on this forward-playing movie.
And action.
How about it's possible?